So this guy had a really big problem. There was a massive wildfire moving towards his house and he had no time to rescue everyone inside. Although this guy, Roland Handel, was able to quickly grab his family, he was horrified to realize that his beloved dog Odin was just refusing to leave. You see, Odin was a great Pyrenees who was responsible for guarding the family's 8 goats. So as much as Roland loved Odin, he knew that there was no way his loyal dog would ever abandon these goats. And since the fire had already reached his house by then, Roland had no choice but to tearfully leave Odin behind and drive away with his family. They barely made it out themselves, but Roland was devastated to think that he had just left Odin to die. He desperately prayed for a miracle, but when Roland drove back to his house the next day, he was horrified to realize that his house was no longer there. To his shock, it had completely burned to the ground along with everything else on his property. But that's when Roland suddenly noticed a bit of movement in the distance. It was a wagging tail. As it turns out, Odin had not only managed to find a safe spot to save himself, he also saved the lives of all 8 goats. Even some deer were now with Odin, taking advantage of his protection. Although he was injured and his fur was singed, Odin went on to make a full recovery.